Russ, welcome.
Damn.
Welcome to Denver, Russ.
Thanks, man.
Your coach and your general manager have already spoken about the kind of impact you're going to have on the team's work ethic and attitude. I'm curious what you think about your on-court role with the Denver Nuggets.
Just compete, play hard, lead. I have many traits, and leadership is probably the one I really enjoy doing most, on and off the floor. And leadership is something that can transpire through a locker room, through a culture, through an organization. And on the floor, that's primarily where I will lean into more.
Russ, what made Denver a destination that you wanted to end up in this summer?
Just a culture, looking out, from outside looking in. Team has always been at the top of the Western Conference. Always in the hunt to win a championship, always play the right brand of basketball. I'm always, at this stage of my career looking to play the right way regardless of the wins or losses, understanding that playing the proper brand of basketball allows everyone to kind of get involved, allows the team to grow, and also allows you to be able to win at the highest level. And the Nuggets, has been doing that for years, and I'm grateful to be here.
Hey, Ross. Welcome. You have played with a lot of talented guys all in your career, but what are your thoughts about, of course, Nikola Jokic before you played with him? Have you talked to him? What do you think? What are your expectations to be with him in the court?
Honestly, just to be on the floor with him is a grateful honor, and I'm grateful for that. He does so many different things on the floor that allows other people to be great, and I'm just happy to be able to be a part and not playing against him or scouting against him, and I'm able to kind of see his greatness up close and see the things he's able to do, not just on the court but off the floor as well, and I'm grateful for that.
Russell, you talked about the culture here. I'm curious if there was anyone on the team that you spoke to in the offseason to kind of get a feel or a read on what it's like here?
I talked to a multitude of people, but primarily I talk to DJ a lot. Me and DJ are close, and we talk about a lot of different things, but the culture and how things were here. He kind of springboarded that conversation, and from then on I kind of talked to everybody else as well.
Russ, Calvin Booth was saying that you maybe had a relationship with Nikola. That's kind of been the talk. Where does that stem from? What's it been like to get to know him over the years?
I think just competing at the highest level, respect level, I think. I had an utmost respect for Nikola and the things he's been able to do in his game thus far. And I think it's vice versa. And us having that allows us to, mesh immediate conversations, understanding what it takes to win. And obviously he's won a championship, so he knows exactly what it takes to win. And I'm here to be able to hopefully bring another one here.
Well, Russ, on that right here, how important is that championship to you? You've accomplished so much.
Yeah.
Where is that in terms of your desire and motivation?
Honestly, it's. I think this time of the year, everybody's going to say they want to win a championship. Everybody's going to say the same thing. It's not like live or die, to be honest. I love playing the game of basketball. I love having fun. I love using this platform to do other things. And winning a championship is very difficult and very hard, and a lot of things have to go your way. I think long as we, as a team, put our best foot forward, we can live with the results. And if that's a championship, then I'm grateful for that. And if it's not, I'm also grateful for the opportunity and being able to learn through a process that, you may not be able to encounter for years.
Russell.
What's that? It's my dog.
Russell, two of the things that, the Nuggets kind of missed last year was rim pressure, off the dribble, in half court, and rim pressure in transition. When you make the decision, kind of in free agency, did that play into it? Well, and because those are two things that you have done, traditionally over the course of your career, that those are kind of some of the strengths of your game. Yes,
and also just understanding, what the team and the coaches will ask of me. That conversation is yet to kind of be had, but I do know some of my strengths and things I can bring to a team, and rim pressure, not just for scoring, but pace and understanding I can get in the paint to create for other people. To me, is what I'm most likely looking forward to.
Russ, you had a very busy offseason with Westbrook Academy. Can you just explain to a lot of people what that process was about?
It's years in the making, man. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to bring a school, not just for kids, but for families, wraparound services to the South LA area. Growing up in the inner city of Los Angeles, being able to make an impact in other ways, but education is a huge part of the underserved community, especially in Los Angeles. And I'm just grateful and happy that all the kids are able to kind of endure all the different services that we do have at Westbrook Academy. And I'm grateful for the future to come and more to come, for those students. And, it's a blessing to be able to do something like that, especially in Los Angeles.
Russ, here on your right, how do you see your role on this team? And I guess, has it been a fun challenge as your career, you get up there in years and it changes what's asked of you and you have to figure out how you fit in best versus, when you're winning MVPs and running the show?
Yeah, man, I'm a team guy. Whatever the coach asks of me, that's what I'll do. So whatever that is, and we practice tomorrow, we get closer to the season, whatever my role is, whatever is needed for me to be able to win games, that's what I'll do.
Hey, Russell, like Kobe Bryant in the past, you've always been kind of public enemy number one in the Denver area in terms of fans love and hate. What's it going to be like playing in front of a Denver crowd that will pump you up?
I don't know. I don't know if it's public enemy number one. I think this is how I look at it. Over my course of my career, I've been booed and all that stuff everywhere else, but I take it as a sign of respect. Just like the late Kobe Bryant. When people boo you, they understand it's a level of respect, and it's a reason. If people don't say anything, then you should be worried. And for me, I take it as a level of respect, and I'm grateful now to be a part of the loud and yell and screaming, and my job is to make them scream louder and have fun and enjoy the game. So.
Russell, joining a point guard room with Jamal Murray, just what are those conversations? What are those moments, like on and off the court, do you think are going to be like, just with somebody as competitive as him and as you?
It's going to be great. My job is to be able to push Jamal to be the best he can be, and play the highest level he can. He's an unbelievable player, and he still has so much room to get better in a lot of areas, and I'm grateful to be able to be here, to be able to help him along the journey, and vice versa. I'm always open and understanding and be able to learn from other guys as well, because that's how you expand your game. That's how you stay around longer, and I'm grateful and looking forward for the opportunity.
Russ, we just saw Peyton called you his idol. Yeah. How excited are you to tap into his potential and be around him a lot more as Cali guys?
Very excited. Peyton is excited. He's young. He's ready to compete, and my job is to be able to teach him some of the things I've learned over the years, understanding how important it is to be able to not take a day, a game, a practice for granted, and understanding how important this part of his life is, and having an opportunity to be able to play in the NBA and understanding what that entails for him and his family. And I'm going to tap into him all areas, not just basketball, but life. And that's a part of leadership as well. So.
You've touched on the leadership aspect a couple of times. This is a pretty young roster in a lot of areas, with guys who were even growing up watching you play earlier in your career. What's it kind of just been like to be around all of those guys so far, even at workouts in that kind of setting? And
it's good. It's probably this is probably last year, not so much. This year is probably the first time I've heard like a lot of different stories from some of the young guys of when they saw me play when they were in high school or when they saw me play years ago. So hearing some of those stories is, one, inspiring for me. I love to just know and understand and understand people's journey and how, their why. So it just gives me more confidence, and it pumps me up more to be able to tap into them more and lead them in a way that they've never been led before. So,
Russ, have you over here?
yeah.
Russ, have you and Nikola talked about the triple-double race at all? How do you
No.
anticipate your game meshing in that regard?
No, we have not. Have not had a conversation about it, and I don't know if there's a race or not, but we have not talked about it at all. Nikola is, the best player in the world, and he's playing at the highest level. And all we care about, and he'd probably tell you the same, is winning basketball games, and that's it.
Russ, you talked about mentoring Peyton and trying to help him along and teach him about the game and life. Did you have a player when you came into the NBA that helped you along, that showed you the way, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in Oklahoma, Nick Collison was, we're still friends to this day, helped me in so many different ways. And, he probably doesn't even know this, but just off the floor, how he manages everything else besides basketball allowed me to be able to be, a good basketball player at the time. And I'm grateful for him and his knowledge that he shared with me as a young player coming into the league.
Awesome. You're glad you're not scouting against Nikola anymore.
Yep.
What was the experience of trying to scout him like on previous teams that you've been on?
Good luck. That's it. You just hope that he missed, or I hope it's nothing you can do, which is, you want to be able to be on the team with somebody that's literally unguardable, and I'm grateful to be on this team. So.
You're known as pretty intense.
Yeah.
Have you mellowed at all over the years, or are you going to rage to your last breath?
Let me think. I'm never changing. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change anything about me. My intensity, and I think that the people confuse like intensity with competitiveness. And like when I compete, like I don't know, when I'm on the floor, I don't want to be walking around shaking hands, kissing babies. I don't really want to do that. I'm there to, excuse my language, but kick some ass. And besides off the floor, I'm chill, I'm mellow, I'm not as intense as you may think. I just like to have a good time and have fun. But when I am competing, I want to compete at the highest level, and that part of me will never change as long as I'm competing in this game, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and the rest will go in history.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
We'll have DeAndre